What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Right, today we've got a single 21700 compatible mod. This one's from Desire Design and it's called the Mad mod. It was kindly sent over for the purpose of this review from Health Cabin, so big thumbs up for that. Right, here it is. I have the silver version with the big Mad lettering on it. Goes up to 108 watts this one. We've got the Solomon V3 sitting on top. So let's not waste any time. We're going to go down to the table, have a good look around this packaging and the menu system of the mod, and then we'll come back up top and I'll give you my thoughts. Okay, see you down there in a bit. Right, here's the packaging for the Mad mod by Desire Design. Now I've got the silver version. On the side you've got Desire Design there. You've got Mad mod and it says the Desire Design website, the official certification there. On this side we've got the thumb cut out there to help you remove the lid. That's what indicates the colour, so I've got the silver, and on the back we've got the barcode, security scratch and check, and then we've got the address there, so just open the lid just like that. Right, so inside you'll find an 18650 adapter and this little USB firmware update and charging cable. There's also your warranty registration card there. We also do get your manual with the specifications and that in it, so that's very nice to see. Right, here's the device then. So your first thing you'll notice is the big Mad logo, which it's like it's been embossed into the actual zinc alloy. This is all raised, the lettering. We've got no rough edges or anything. Lovely, smooth, rounded edges all across the board with this one. So on the side there, that's where the battery release is. Quick look on the top. Here's the 510 plate, which has got grooves, so you could use an AirFed 510 atomizer. We've got 4 star-shaped screws around the top, and we do have a spring-loaded 510 connector with a nice long throw. I've had no troubles firing any of my atomizers. So on the side you see the nice clicky fire button. We've also got the 0.96-inch OLED display. Nice clicky up and down buttons, and we've also got the USB firmware update and charging port. So on the bottom here's the battery door release. So it does say Desire Design Air, made in China. We've got a serial number, usual CE markings, etc. Star-shaped screws, 2 of them. To open it up, just put it backwards and it comes nicely open, very easily indeed. We've got a gold-plated connector on top of there. 2 more screws. That's a nice springy contact bit there as well, and it does give you the red positive there, positive down for this particular device. Right, so let's put a battery in then. We've got a Samsung 30T 21700. That just pops in there like so. So to close it, you just pull that bit back and then push it forward, and that locks into place just there. Right, to turn it on then we've got 5 clicks. And then you've got Desire Design and the Mad logo that comes on there. Right, quicker look around the screen then. So there's the battery indicator. We've got Mad and the Desire Design logo there. Weather and variable wattage or temperature control, etc. There's your wattage, there's your voltage, and that's your amperage and your resistance. So to go through the menu, it's 3 clicks. And then you'll notice that it does flash variable wattage. So if you press the up and down button, press right, you go into TC nickel, right again, TC titanium, stainless steel, TCR memory 1, and then you got PMG, I think that one says. That's like a power curve, and then back to variable wattage. So we just put an atomizer on it. So just reset that, put this on. And usually it will say whether it's a new atomizer or not, but because I've had this one on before, it's already reading the actual resistance. So 3 clicks, we'll just put it into TCNI. So to select it, you don't press the fire button, you just press left, and then that will start flashing the power, so you can start going up and down the power in temperature control mode. And I do believe it goes all the way up to 108 as well. And there you go. So if you press left again, press the fire, do 3 clicks, left, left again, and then you can get into this particular screen here. So you can have, whether you're on amperage, you can have the puff counter and the puff time, I believe it is. So I usually just leave it flashing amperage. So select that, and then you can adjust your temperature. 600 Fahrenheit rounds robin into Celsius. Nice fast scroll. 300 Celsius and then back to your 200 Fahrenheit. So nice and simple menu, 3 clicks. Like I say, you can go to your titanium stainless steel. Go into TCR mode. Right, you can adjust your wattage and everything else and go around and adjust the amperage and the puff counter and everything like that. But if you actually want to adjust the temperature TCR values, you have to turn it off. 5 clicks, and then hold the up and right button for a few seconds, and then it will say TCR set. So you can just see there we got memory 1. So you can just adjust the value to your required liking. And if you want to go to number 2, you just press the fire button, you can do that, and then memory 3, you can adjust it there. So to come out of this, you just long press the fire button, and then do 5 clicks to turn it back on. And then when you go back into your TCR mode, we'll have the required TCR value already set. Right, PMG, this is like a power curve mode, and you've got to go left. Then you can adjust the power at different times of the cycle, but we're not going to go too much into that. To reset it, hold down the fire button, and then you'll back into that particular mode. Right, let's put it back into wattage. Select that. Let's just see the scroll in wattage. All the way up to 108, and it does round robin to 5 watts. Now, the resistance range is 0.08 to 3 ohms. We've got an output voltage of 0 to 8 volts and the output current of max of 35 amps, which is basically what the Samsung 30T can deliver. So that is about it for the download section, guys. So let's go back up top and I'll tell you what I think about it. Back up top with the Mad Mod. What are my thoughts for this one then? Right, something I forgot to show you down below. If you do hold the up and down buttons, it will actually lock the keypad, so you can still fire it, but you won't be able to inadvertently change the up and down values. So yeah, just thought I'd better point that one out. So what are my thoughts for this one then? Well, first thing you'll notice with this, it's a little bit longer than you may expect for a single battery mod, but because it's a 21700, it is that little bit taller. But yes, it's not going to be to everyone's liking. For me, I think it fits lovely in the hand. It's just the right size, but I think it can look a little bit awkward with tanks on. I just don't know, especially if you've got a shorter tank, it just looks a bit peculiar in my opinion. Right, the fit and finish and build quality, I think it's finished off very well. We've got no rough edges, we've got nice paintwork on here. At least the Mad logo is just like embossed into there, so we haven't got, it's not in a different colour, so I don't think that's too bad. But I'm not a real big fan of big logos myself, but I think it's great that it's still in the same colour, so it's not too intrusive. Right, we're going to my first con with this one. It doesn't do it all the time, but the fire button has been known to stick on me. Now, I've had this about a week and a half, 2 weeks of use, and I have given it a good thorough testing to try and make sure that I get rid of that issue. But very occasionally it will stick in, which means it will carry on firing, which obviously is not ideal. So I don't know if this is just the one I've got or what, but like I say, most of the time it's fine, but you've just got to be careful just in case you do encounter that. Now, I have had it with other mods before, and in time it's just eased itself off, so it might be just something that just needs to be worn in a little bit more, but it's definitely not ideal that it will do that, because especially if you haven't noticed, you're putting it down, it will just keep on firing for at least a 10-second auto cut off, and you go to touch your tank and it's red hot. So it's not really an ideal thing, in my opinion, that because also you're putting too much strain on the battery by like leaving it firing, because I have noticed that the 21700 I've got in here, when it has done it, taken it out and it has got a little bit warm. So yes, not sure if that's a thing, if it's on more than just my one, but I thought I'd better point it out. Now, apart from that, we got really nice clicky fire button and up and down buttons. The screen is awesome on here. It's very easy to read. If you're in really bright sunlight, you may struggle, but it's pretty good to me. It's a nice big display. You can see all of the parameters on there with no dramas at all. Right, the menu system, I actually quite like it. It's not too hard to work out. Pretty user friendly. You do need to read the manual, especially with like the TCR. I was thinking, how do you change the settings? But you have to literally like put it into sleep mode first and then hold the up and fire button like I showed you down below. But for just general ease of use going around the menu, I think this is one of the easier ones that I've come across for a regulated device. So I'd give that a thumbs up to Desire Design for that. Now let's get on to the performance of this one then. This goes up to 108 watts, and we're going to try at 108 watts as well. We've got the Solomon V3. Now this one can handle some high wattages, so we've got a 0.11 build on it. Here we go. Right, we have got a freshly charged Samsung 30T in here, so we'll handle it. We've got a 35 amp limit on the mod, and the battery can handle 35 amps for the continuous discharge rating. Right, does that feel like 108 watts? Well, when I was doing it at 90 watts and I was comparing it with other dual battery mods I've got, such as the Modified Lyra and the Wild Wolf, I was thinking it was definitely hitting as hard as that. But at 108 watts, I don't think it doesn't feel like it's giving me too much more. You may be hitting like 95, 100 watts, but I'm not sure it's giving you the full 108 there, but I've got no way of testing. But up to 90, 95, I think it's given quite a true rating. Now, obviously, if you want to be vaping at those higher wattages, the battery life is not going to be tremendous. I think it's around about 2.5, 3 hours. It depends how much you're vaping it, but for me, and probably a lot of you out there, you'll be vaping on a single core Latty or a mount-to-lung tank. Now, if you're putting a mount-to-lung on it at 20 watts, you're going to get a good day and a half's worth of battery. But I've been rocking it with my Advocate CBTF, which is like a direct-to-lung tank, around about 40, 45 watts, and you are getting better battery life, probably more like 4.5, 5 hours out of it. So I'll just give you a pull on this now. So this is where I think a single battery mod is like supposed to be used. Basically, if you're going to be using high powered devices, you need to take a few batteries out. I'd always recommend getting a dual battery mod if you're going to be doing that. But a single core Latty such as this one, I can go to work and it will last me a day. I might have to put it on charge when I get home from work, but it lasts me quite well. It's not too heavy, this mod. Like I say, it is a little bit bigger than some of your other single battery mods, but this has got 21700 in, so you have to expect it to be a little bit taller. But it would have been nice if they could have like chopped a centimetre off the top. But overall with this one, if it didn't have that sticky fire button, I would give this a thumbs up. I think it performs really well. We've got pretty decent battery life, very good menu system on it, and I think it looks pretty good. It's probably not the best looking mod I've ever owned, but I just think it fits very nicely in hand, and I've been enjoying using it. Like I say, the fire button issue, it hasn't been doing it constantly. It's done it on 3 or 4 occasions, so I'll carry on using it and see what happens basically. But I don't want to say that they're all going to do that, but it's just I've just got to show you what I've encountered with my particular one. But yeah, so I'd leave it up to you on whether you went out and bought one or not. So big thanks to Health Cabin for sending over for the purpose of this review. It is very much appreciated. So if you enjoyed the review, guys, please give it a little thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing too, and make sure you hit that little bell notification. You'll be notified of all my latest videos. Now, I've got my own website. It's mfvape.co.uk, and you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Now, if you have a spare few moments, please go over to Vape Around and check out their awards page, because I have been nominated for Best Reviewer of the Year in the Reviewers category. So it'd be awesome if you could check that one out too. So until next time, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Okay, cheers.